Hi, fellow traders. I hope you guys had a great day today. It was a little chippy choppy in the market. If you were in the right stocks early, you did get a decent move. You're able to make a couple bucks. But if you kept fighting the choppiness throughout the rest of the day, you probably got taken to the woodshed. But it was just one of those days. We realized it early. We recognized it early. I mean, I even kind of pushed it a little bit too much today. But I was smart enough to stop, and recognize where everything had kind of settled in, and, realize that, hey, you just take the day. If I'm red, I'm red, and we'll come back tomorrow. Then I started thinking tomorrow I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'm going to miss the morning action, which is the best action. So I might not get to do anything tomorrow. But the main thing and what I want to stress today is trust the process. No matter what, trust your process. The market is going to be inconsistent. It's going to give you inconsistency every day. It's not going to be the same from day to day to day. Now, even though I had an awesome opening range breakout on Peloton on Monday, awesome opening range breakout on Tuesday, there was no reason for me to expect it to do it today. Did I try it? Yeah. But, the market was different today. So it was inconsistent. I executed my plan the same, but I got different results because the market's inconsistent. But if we stay consistent, we're going to be able to be there when the market is there for us, or we'll be able to determine what changes we can make because we've been consistent. And if we see a pattern that we could take advantage of, then we can do it. But if we're all over the place, we can't really get that done. So just trust your process. Okay? Whatever you do, once you got it done, put together, down pat, trust it. If you start having a couple of losing days, stay consistent. Come back after a couple weeks. Look at what you're doing. If you're managing your risk, you'll be just fine. Look at some common factors. Look at some common denominators that may be causing you to, not come out profitably, and then address that. But you've got to get the data, and by doing that, you've got to trust your process. All right, so yesterday we were talking about the spot. We were in no man's land. We said if we open above the 20, what were we going to test? 390. We could not hold over 390. We closed below 390 today. All right, so what are we going to do? We have to wait. This is an indecision candle. I have no freaking clue what this is going to do. Yeah, we're over the 20. We're over the 5. We're over the 10-day. We're over everything. But what are we going to do? Who knows? I mean, right now, as we speak, it's the market's at 391.20. Is it going to hold overnight? Who knows? It would be nice if we wake up and the market's gapped up over 394, around 395. Then we've got 400 on deck tomorrow. But if we open up tomorrow and we struggle and we can't get over 393, 394, or we have sold off and we wake up and we're below the 20 and we're below the this ascending support, then we're looking the other way. Either way, I think tomorrow's going to be a little choppy, just like it was today. So I think you have to be in the right stock early, catch one that's got a good follow through. Unfortunately, I won't be here at the open, so I'm going to miss that part. And that's the best part of these days. So I just have to come back and hope that I can get a secondary trade that can give me something. But again, we can't come in and force it or anything like that. So to sum it up, if we're up above 90, if we open above 390 tomorrow, we're probably going to test 393, 394. If we can get through that, get to 395, we have a chance of hitting 400 before the end of the week. If we wake up and it's below, then we're gonna sell off a little bit. I think it's gonna be choppy either way. But the test is, if we're going long, if the market's going up tomorrow, the test is gonna be 393, 394 in there. Or if it sells off, the test is going to be 380. So, that's what I'm looking at. But again, that's my humble opinion. The only way to know for sure is to sit back and watch the market do its thing tomorrow. All right, so today, out of the gate, I got in BLDP. I didn't get in the full size like I wanted to. I wanted to get in 500 shares. It's $25 stock. It's not going to make big moves. So I need to have more shares. And I was looking for it 5-minute opening range breakdown right to the 200. Would have been a really profitable trade. But I only got 300. I accidentally hit the 300 button. So I waited until we took out the low of this candle and I added 200 to it. And that put me in full size, and it's bounced, and I honestly thought this trade was dead. I had put my hard stop in by now and walked away from this and had started looking at something else. I'm telling you now, I wish I had never done that, because when I did that, that started the downward spiral for today. Even though this trade turned out to be a beautiful trade, and I traded it like shit, excuse my French, but I did. My target really should have been here. I didn't plan this very well. First target should have been here. I was right on my second target. Third target was going to be red to green. This was the final target right here. I had the right kind of idea, but the execution was off. Probably because I just kind of broke myself, and then I got caught up in something else that we're going to look at here in a second, and just kind of threw me out of loop. This was a really good trade, just piss poor execution. That's all I can say. Piss poor execution. Should have been a really, really good profitable trade. PTON. Okay, remember I told you we had a really good opening range trade on PTON on Monday, and on Tuesday was the highlight trade of the day. It sold off, and of course I wasn't going to take it. There was too much traffic down here, and then it bounced. And when it bounced, I was like, man, I'm going to grab this. I didn't wait for it to get over the pre-market high. I bought it down here. What happened here was I was trying to put in a sell stop, but I accidentally put in a buy stop. So it caused me to buy. I'm sorry. I'm confusing myself. That's just how my day went. I waited until we got over the pre-market high to get in. All right, I waited till we got over it. I got in. This was according to plan. This was a 5-minute opening range high. And you know I don't get in right here. So I got in, and what happened, it was coming back down. So I said, shit, let me put my stop in, because this thing, when it rolls over, can roll over big and quick. So instead of me putting in a sell stop, I accidentally put in a buy stop, and it automatically filled. And so I double my position, which is really scary on a stock like this. But it turned around and it pushed back up, and it started to look good, and then wham, that big wash came. And so I had to bail out of it. And it never really did anything again. So I waited until we got back up. I thought, okay, all of this play stuff is over. It's getting ready to take off. Because we had nothing but room up to around 220. Not 220, 121 or something like that. We had plenty of room where there was nothing. But it could not go. And so I just ended up getting wrecked on this. And then it came down, and you can see I was just going crazy. No reason for me to get in it here. I just shorted it. We never broke the channel or anything. I just got in it. If I was going to do this, I should have done it way up here. So you could see things started to unravel a little bit. This was a profitable trade. And then I waited until we got below the 200. I got in, and you can see it just kind of traded in this channel, and finally it broke down. Again, I took profit way too soon. The profit should have been down here at 112. I took profit way too soon, and then it bounced. I went ahead and took it off. So I made a little bit of the money back that I lost, but it really broke me. Today was the ugliest trading day I've had in a little while. It just doesn't look good at all. I promise you, it just doesn't. Even though this is a good trade, it was just full of execution errors. And last but not least, Facebook was able to get some here, and ended up taking it all off because we hit support and it started ripping back up. So I took it off, and I was like, okay, I'll wait until we come back and reset. So I got in it again down here once it broke the channel, and it just bounced right back up, and I ended up taking it off. And I realized at this point, we're just gonna bounce around. I think I was green until I took this trade, and it took me back red again. I believe. I can't remember. No. Well, I don't know, because I got other stuff thrown in between here. But it could have been worse. I'm red $125.19. So Facebook, I think if I hadn't taken that second trade, I would have been green. I'd have been green on the day. But I took that second trade down here. It didn't work. There's nothing I did wrong on this. It just, the market didn't follow through. And that's what we can expect tomorrow as well. I'm believing that's what we can expect tomorrow. Choppiness and lack of follow through. But not a bad day on that. If you look at DraftKings. If you look at DraftKings, this was a killer trade that a lot of people in chat got this morning. I I didn't get DraftKings. I wish I had. Here's the opening range breakout. This is the pre-market high. Once we took that out, we were gone. But you can see what happened later in the day. Look at the choppiness. So if you were trading channels, you got chopped out. This is why I didn't trade channels anymore today. It was too choppy. I knew we were going to get chopped out. I knew that Congress was voting on the COVID bill, and that once the vote passed, you would probably see some action in the market, which we did. But all it did was bring the stocks back deeper into its channels. So there wasn't any clean trading after that. So not for me and not for the stocks that I watch. So that's kind of how the day ended. And that's a wrap. All right, so I'm going to do the swing trades in another video. Got to go through them, but I don't want to extend this out. But this is everything that happened on the day trading side. Like I said, tomorrow morning, I won't be able to trade. I'll be at the doctor's. So, I doubt if I'll get back by 9:30. And I'll just have to wait and see if it's choppy again. I'll just have to sit on my hands. If it's giving us some good moves, then hey, we'll have a party tomorrow. So you guys have a great night, and I will catch you in the morning.